Rise and shine, bitches. What's up? It's Philly Cuts on a rainy Friday morning, about 7:30. I'm just getting out of the gym. Yes, I still am working out. Just haven't posted a video in a while. I'll be honest, I haven't been doing much cardio. I've been basically lifting, bulking work. I don't know. I'll start doing cardio. I'm kind of just regarding this all as like a bulk phase, I guess. But the good thing is that I'm regaining most of my strength. Like, I hadn't worked out in almost 18 months, right? And when I was done at that point, I don't know, I was like bench pressing like 235 for 3 to 5 reps. So now I'm back up to 215 doing 3 to 5 reps. So I've only been working out again for about 2 months now. So I almost got my strength back. So now I'm gonna start doing cardio. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about my football team, the Buffalo Bills, who are quick becoming the all-time greatest, worst defense ever, which is amazing, considering that we've dumped like $100+ million into the defense, in particular with Mario Williams, our defensive end, who hasn't done shit. I think he has about 1 sack and maybe 4 or 5 tackles going into week 6. Barely gets any pressure on the quarterback. Has a lot of trouble penetrating our, opponent's offensive lines. And he's full of excuses, against the Jets. He complained that some, no-name, I think it was a no-name rookie O-lineman was waving his hand in my face and stuff like that. And then he also made an excuse that his wrist hurts and his hand hurts. So he's having trouble, with that first step, that first charge off the line. I look at it as like this, man. I knew it was kind of a bad idea to sign this guy. He was just coming off a catastrophic chest injury, pec tear, which ended his season last year. And before that, he was in statistical decline. I mean, all his stats were going down. He, was progressively getting worse in his sacks and his tackles. And I don't know. I mean, the Bills just have a history of doing this, pulling in these players who were once, superstars, not always, but, pretty good players. And they basically don't come to Buffalo to play. They come to Buffalo to die. And that's essentially, I think, what's happening here. Now, maybe you could turn it around. The season's young, but when I look at the track record of some of the players that we've brought in over the years, players who were once pretty good, but now are, in decline. I think of Drew Bledsoe. I think of Takeo Spikes. London Fletcher was all right. Merriman was all right. No, he wasn't all right. He was terrible. He was always injured. So I think of dudes like that, even Terrell Owens. But Terrell did pretty well when he played for us, but he wasn't, the superstar caliber that he once was before he came to Buffalo. So, I mean, we have a track record of bringing in these guys, I guess, in an effort to placate our fans, and it usually does not work. And when you just look at the stats we've been putting up, something like 97 points in the last 7 quarters of play, I think that's practically a record. Against San Francisco, we were the only NFL team ever to give up 300 yards passing and 300 yards rushing in a single game. The week before that, we gave up 6 consecutive touchdowns on 6 consecutive drives against New England. I don't think that's ever been done. So, guys, you're doing great, man. If you want to get in the record books to be like the greatest, worst defense ever in the NFL, you guys are on pace. And maybe on Philly Cuts Production, I'm going to do a little more investigating and, come up with some more records that maybe you guys can break in that department, because you guys are doing fantastic. You guys have no heart, no discipline, it seems, stupid penalties. There's no leader on the field. Weinstead is up in his box. I would like to see him down on the field, maybe at least yelling at you guys, cursing you out. I don't know. It just seems like there's no leadership whatsoever in Buffalo. No leadership at all, especially on that defensive side. You know, we need something, some sort of spark. I can say that I'm disappointed, but at this point, after 12 losing seasons, well, not losing, but 12 years we haven't made the playoffs, this will probably be year 13. I mean, I don't even get that upset anymore, because I don't expect much out of this organization anymore, ever. It's just a fact of life. If you don't expect too much, you don't get let down. And I just, at this point, I think it's comical, makes for good material. You guys are terrible, and I'm a member of a couple boards for the Bills, Bill fan boards, and you guys that are these devout Bill fans are just ridiculous, and you remind me so much of the coaches every week, issuing these blank statements. Oh yeah, we'll get them next week. Oh, we're still in it, guys. We're only 2-3. Dude, based on our last 2 performances against two of the top tier teams in the NFL right now, we can't beat anyone. The only teams we can beat are the bottom feeders like Cleveland and KC. Maybe we'll beat the Jets at the end of the year. I don't know. But it seems like any team that has a halfway decent record or is halfway decent at something, we have no chance of winning. And it's been like that for years. You know, we'll beat the bottom feeders. Maybe we'll beat like a mid-level team. But the moment you play in an elite team, it's just terrible. And look at our record. Look at our track record in the last half dozen years. 10 years against New England. It's ridiculous. We're something like 1-22 or something against New England, and even against the Jets, we're doing awful. Terrible. So if we can't even win games in our own division, we have no hope. No hope. And it's just an organization that's, been plagued by a culture of losing. And something has got to change. I would say fire Gailey, but what's that going to do? So then we're going to bring in another coach, have to have all new playbooks put in, all new schemes, and what? By default, probably lose every other game. So, I don't know. I guess say let Chan finish the year, see what happens. And you guys on the boards who keep saying, well, maybe next year Gruden or Cowher's going to want to come to Buffalo. Why would they want to come to Buffalo, dude? Why would any coach of that stature, of that status, want to come to Buffalo? Unless they really want that challenge of turning an organization that is so bad around. I can't see why, especially Gruden, would want to come to Buffalo based on the weather alone. Come on, man. Guy's last 2 head coaching assignments were in Oakland and Tampa Bay. You think he really wants to deal with that Western New York weather? I don't think so. I think it's as simple as that. Cowher? I don't know. I could see Cowher going somewhere else, but I don't even know if he's ready to go back and coach, because he seems to like being a commentator. He gets to spend more time with his family, so I think you guys are dreaming. And the last, just look at the track record of our last 7 head coaches, and that's the quality of coach that we're able to bring into Buffalo. Hell, even Perry Fuel, our interim coach at the end of what year? I don't even remember. 09, 08, I don't remember now. But even he was smart enough to get the hell out of there. And he actually did a good job when he was our interim coach. I was kind of hoping that he would stick around, but he was smart enough to go be a defensive coordinator for the Giants, and look at where they went. So, I don't know, guys, you're dreaming. Maybe I'm going to make another video on Philly Cuts production about this. I don't know. I'm going to see how that Cardinal game goes. Again, I'm predicting that the Bills are going to lose that one, probably by 14. I hate to say it, I was right on the money. If you check my boards, on No Excuses boards, I predicted that the Bills were going to lose by 28. And I was actually wrong. They got crushed even more. So, I'm not saying that I enjoy being right, but Sometimes you got to be a realist, man.